welcome to Mary's Village Style and welcome to my kitchen. I have a guest with me today, Robin Bruno. She's part of our Friends of Isola della Femmine organization, and we're going to make some Sicilian style artichoke hearts. And we're doing some artichokes at the end of the season, and the only part of the artichoke you're really going to eat is the heart. And I'm going to show Robin how we prepare the artichoke hearts to cook in this Sicilian style called pizzaiolo. So I kind of think it's kind of like that. You know, it's kind of like a pizza style recipe. What I normally do during the season, I didn't do it this year, but what I normally do is prepare the artichoke hearts, parboil them, and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. And then when I want some, if I'm having company or something and I need a really good appetizer, I pull them out and then what I call alla pizzaiolo them, and they're a great appetizer, I think, for the start of a meal. Kind of appetizer type thing. It's not a full meal or anything like that, not a main course. So what I'm trying to do here is just bend the leaf back so that the meat stays on the stem. We're still going to clean the artichoke almost to nothing, and the only thing I hate about this is that, you know, it discolors your fingernails. You know, my fingernail gets dark and I have to soak it in lemon water and all of that. So I'm going to peel the stem like always. The stems are pretty woody, so I don't like that. So I try to clean it up as best I can. And I do the same thing for stuffed artichokes. You saw that in some of the other videos. So, and I just go around and get as much of that old woody stuff off, you know. So just do that all the way around. And, you know, sometimes I end up cleaning it twice, which is fine. I'm going to cut the stem off the bottom. That's a little bit too tough. This is better. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to go over here and hack it off. Remember, you only really want the artichoke heart. That's what we're going for anyway. And there might be an easier way of doing this. I don't know. This is just the way that I do it. If you have a better way, I would love to hear how you do it. You know, I guess you could, you know, parboil the artichoke first. I don't know. But this is how I'm used to doing it, so this is what I do. So I'm cutting open the artichoke, and I'm going to try to leave part of the stem on each slice. So I'm cutting at a little bit of an angle, and then just slicing it. And it's holding together, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to let Robin do this other half, and then I'm going to work on the rest of it.
Okay.
Did you know that the artichoke originated in the Mediterranean countries of Sicily and Tunisia?
Oh wow, interesting. That's interesting.
It first developed into an edible fruit in Sicily around 17 AD.
Wow.
77 AD, excuse me.
Very interesting. So, you know, I clean it up pretty well. You know, I don't want to leave I don't want anything that's going to stick you, you know. So I just, sometimes you have to do it more than others. Good job.
There's a little bit of the stem.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. It'll still hold together. I just get a knife and I go in and I just remove where the choke is and pull out the leaves that are, and it doesn't take anything at all to do it. Like I said, the worst part is the discoloring of your fingernails. And I just pull off the bad stuff, throw it in the lemon water. That's going to keep it from turning a different color, from turning brown, from it being discolored. And you know, lemon water now, we found out that it works better if it has warm water. That was Wolf's contribution. Oh. Warm water opposed to cold water. I guess it kind of cooks it a little bit.
A little bit further?
No, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. That's about how I would do it. Yeah. So it doesn't take anything. I'll hand you this little paring knife.
Okay.
And just take off the tough ones. Okay, and it's all cleaned up and ready to go. And if it's woody on the back, just cut it off or use the
peeler.
Yeah, use the peeler. You know, on the peeler you have to be careful because, you know, my fingers are always in the way. So I just cut the fuzzy stuff off right where it's attached, you know, so that you end up with the heart, with the artichoke heart. And depending on how good your artichoke is, you can always eat the leaves, you know. Most of the time you can eat the leaves. So that's what you're coming out with.
Okay.
Okay. And put it in the water, and we'll go from there. You're going to need the, so that's how we're going to clean them. And like I say, you know, it's always easier to boil the artichoke and take the choke out afterwards, but I really want this kind of shape, so I'm working towards a shape.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll let you do that. And I put them in the water, and then when I'm finished cleaning the artichokes, I put them in a pot with half a lemon or 1 lemon, depending on how many you have, and a couple cloves of garlic, and until they're tender. And when they're tender, they come out like this, cooked. Okay, and I put them on a cookie sheet or baking pan, and in a second we'll come back and show you how that's done. Okay, our artichoke hearts have been boiled in a little bit of water with some salt, half of a lemon, and some garlic cloves. And we've drained them and let them cool a little bit. We're going to put a little bit of oil on them, just a little bit. You know, olive oil is good, anything really. You know, if you want to put olive oil, you can. This happens to be canola oil. And we're just going to kind of move them around a little bit. We don't want them to stick to the bottom of the pan, so we're just kind of moving them just a teeny bit. Okay, the other thing we're going to do, and Robin's going to do this, and this is a hands-on thing.
Okay.
You're just going to get the onions and place them, you know, like you're making a pizza on top, and pretend the artichoke heart is the crust.
Your caramelized onions?
Caramelized onion.
Oh, okay.
I think it's an onion and a half with 2 tablespoons
You use
of,
it all?
we're going to use it all, yes.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of chopped garlic was also sauteed in that.
Wonderful.
And it's just like a pizza kind of thing. Not difficult at all.
No. But making the mouth water and
Yeah.
get very hungry.
It's good. And you know, I left a couple of cloves of garlic in there. I've never done that
See that.
before, but I like to eat it, so I left it in there.
Love it that
I
way.
don't want to throw that away. That might turn out to be
Why
good.
waste it?
Yeah. Once again, this is a great appetizer. It's great. It's a great conversation type appetizer because when they get it, they go, "What the heck is this?" And then it's so delicious.
Yeah.
It's just really
So
yummy.
it's 100% all edible, unless you get
Yes.
something kind of maybe a little bit.
Sometimes you're gonna have a few leaves, but that's
Yeah.
what's the artichoke
That's
about it. I
artichoke,
mean,
yeah.
that's what's good about it. But it's mostly artichoke hearts, and I think most people would do it without any leaves.
Right.
You know, and I guess you could boil the whole artichoke and just take it apart and just use the heart. But in this case, we're real careful with it, and we left a few leaves. And you can just put that oil, just drizzle it on top.
Yes.
We're not going to throw anything away, that's for sure.
Let me show you.
Now, how do
Looks
we pick it up
perfect.
and eat it?
They're gonna put it on a dish.
Okay.
It's gonna be served on a plate. Okay, so we're gonna use some breadcrumbs, and I'm gonna measure this to be a cup, but I don't know if we're gonna use a cup.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna do the same thing with it. You're gonna just sprinkle it on top like you did with the, and it's okay if you get it messed up, it's all right, it's fine. But again, this is like what I call almost a pizzaiola kind of thing, you know. So it's like making a pizza. And it doesn't take much time. Cleaning the artichoke is the hardest part, unless you just, you know, lop off the top and go for the heart.
And there's nothing that you eat with it, like a dip or
Could you
anything
make
like
this
that?
in advance, Mary? And-
Yes, I have. And I have, you know, what I've done mostly is I just cook them till the artichoke hearts are tender, cool them off, and put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them.
Oh, okay.
And when you want it, put it on the pan and just do this.
Oh
Drizzle
my
that
God.
vinaigrette on it.
No, and you'll see why. This is not like, this is going to be so good you're not going to believe it.
Okay.
And the
now
guys that are here today
keep
are,
going.
no, just put more.
Okay.
Yeah, you want double that.
Okay,
Yeah.
double.
And of course, we're using the breadcrumbs that I keep in the freezer, the Sicilian style breadcrumbs. They're seasoned with onions and garlic, and the recipe is on the Facebook page. And I think I'll put the recipe also on the Isola della Femmine page and on our website, because I think that's like a basic recipe.
Yeah, yeah.
So the guys that are here watching us today are trying to figure out what this is going to come out like, because even though one is Italian, he hasn't had this
I'm
before.
not Italian.
And
Wow.
I'm
Wolf is
Sicilian.
trying to figure out what it's going to be like.
Well,
I don't think you serve this on a slice of bread like a bruschetta or.
or pizza.
You
Yeah.
could.
You put that on a pizza.
No, I wouldn't.
No?
That's good, Robin.
Okay.
That's really good. Yeah. Okay, so we're good with this. We're good to go with this. So, you want to go wash up? Go ahead. That's fine.
Yes,
While
I'm gonna
Robin
warm
is
it.
washing up her
Is
hands,
that what you want to do?
I'm going to put the miracle seasoning, which is a little bit, and I'm just shaking it like it was a pizza.
Miracle?
The Kraft cheese, just a little bit. Okay, put a little bit of that, and I'm going to put a little. I don't want too much, but I'm just going to sprinkle the salt, like just because I want to say I did
What kind of salt is that?
it. This is that So Salt from So Salt. It's sea salt from Trapani.
Okay.
So good.
It's delicious. Have you tasted? Did I make you guys taste it? It's really good, and I get it at Big Lots. It's like $2.
Wow.
You know, and I think you can order it on Amazon. I think Amazon
I
has it.
got it from that other website, and it was like I don't know, $10 for the jar. That's
Yeah, not this though.
That's
This
too
is
nuts, so-
this is really reasonable.
okay.
So I'm putting this pepper, salt, pepper, and I'm going to get some olive oil and finish it with that, and a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese. This you can sprinkle.
And you put it in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
At what temperature?
good.
400 degrees.
400 Club, and just like it was a pizza.
Oh my goodness.
Is that what you do with pizza when you make pizza?
Yes.
And this is very heart healthy.
Maybe.
The artichoke hearts, you know.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of cheese on here, and you can see that what it looks like, right?
Oh, delicious.
Look at that.
So it looks kind of like a
delicious.
pizza, but there's no crust. It's artichokes, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Already cooked.
So we're gonna put it in the oven at 400,
400.
until it gets a little bit brown, golden brown, and it's really hot.
So-
Okay, so we're serving our artichokes up. We let them brown in the oven for about 20 minutes until they're a little bit crunchy on the top, and they're nice and juicy. They look wonderful. Enjoy your artichoke hearts.